Now, our opponents keep saying that the numbers don't work. That's going to be the central theme of that the numbers do work, of the Eisman, Pennsylvania meeting. And I'd encourage you to get out to those meetings. Those are phenomenal meetings. There's a lot of information at those meetings. In the first 5 years, the IFO report said it's estimated to save the taxpayer $1.5 billion. Now, what really ticks me off is that some of our opponents tell us, well, this really isn't a property tax issue, this is a spending issue. Great, come on board. Because this is the only bill that caps spending. It caps it to the rate of inflationary growth. This number don't work thing, it's an excuse. But I will tell you that under the current system, I can prove to you that those numbers don't work. For every property owner that's been forced into a mortgage foreclosure, a tax lien, a reverse mortgage, or has had their property seized from them, for those people, the numbers under the current system don't work. For every young family that wants to move out of rental servitude and into home ownership, but can't because of the property tax, for those people, the numbers in the current system do not work. For every senior who is deciding what they must do without in order to keep their home, be that meds or food, those numbers under this current system already don't work. For every farmer that's been forced into clean and green against their will, the numbers don't work. For every small business that could use that property tax money to expand or to hire new employees, which, I thought we wanted to create jobs. For every one of them, it doesn't work. Property tax doesn't work. For every empty home in our city, for every blighted property, for every person who wants to improve their property but can't because of the property tax, your numbers don't work. The numbers under the system that you are trying to protect and preserve, they don't work. So I have a question for you. Just who do you represent? Because you sure as hell don't represent those people. But again, these are just common citizens. They aren't special interests. They aren't public sector funds or any other well-greased campaign funding machine. When our opposition says that the numbers don't work, they are demonstrating a disdain towards the taxpayer. That they don't care whether or not the numbers work for you, just so long as the numbers work for them. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I've been in this fight too long, and I've listened to too many lies, and I've listened to too many excuses. These numbers do work. We need to send mandates to Harrisburg because I'm sick and tired of getting them from them. Because let's understand, an unfunded mandate is not unfunded. Amen. An unfunded mandate is a property tax funded mandate, and we're sick of it. We're to here. People cannot survive like this. Crunch the numbers. 5 years' time. Just 5 years. In 5 years' time, at the current rate of spending, we will add another $6 billion to education without factoring in the pension. Another $6 billion. Once you factor in the pension, guess what? We're at $13 million in 5 years. We're spending $27 billion now. Do you know what the entire budget of the state of Pennsylvania is? What it was just approved at? 28.3. We're spending as much in education as it costs us to run the whole state. But you should know that because we're already spending 3 times what it costs to run our county and municipal governments combined. 3 times. And over again, what do we hear all the time? Education fails because there's not enough funding.